survived the near extinction 70,000 years ago were small bands of early Homo sapiens, most likely living in eastern or southern Africa, possibly near coastal regions where food sources were more stable, like shellfish, roots, and small game. As for their skin color, they were almost certainly dark-skinned. Melanin protected them from intense UV exposure near the equator. Lighter skin tones evolved much later after migrations into northern latitudes, where UV levels were lower and vitamin D synthesis became a factor.
So white is literally a construct.
Yes, whiteness is a constructed category, not a biological identity. Skin color is a biological adaptation to sunlight, but white as a racial identity was socially and politically invented, especially during European colonialism. Lighter skin tones evolved tens of thousands of years after the African bottleneck, as humans migrated north into areas with low UV radiation. But the idea of white people as a superior or distinct race was built much later to justify slavery, colonization, and social hierarchy. It has no genetic basis, only structural function. So white is a construct. Its power lies in narrative, not nature.
Is there a particular person or a group that helped sell this narrative of white superiority, as in genetics?
The idea of white genetic superiority was shaped and sold by specific thinkers, scientists, and institutions, mostly in 18th, 19th century Europe, to justify colonialism and slavery. A few key figures. Carl Linnaeus, 1707 to 1778, created racial classifications like Homo sapiens europaeus, white, assigning traits like inventive and governed by laws while degrading others. Johann Friedrich Blumenbach, 1752 to 1840, coined the term Caucasian and argued it was the most beautiful race. His work deeply influenced scientific racism. Francis Galton, 1822 to 1911, founder of eugenics and cousin of Darwin. He argued that intelligence and superiority were heritable traits disproportionately present in white Europeans. Samuel George Morton, 1799 to 1851, collected skulls to prove white cranial superiority. His data was later exposed as manipulated to fit racist conclusions. These narratives were institutionalized by colonial governments, universities, and churches, especially in Britain, France, and the US. The goal wasn't truth, it was control. Race science was designed to naturalize power. The lie worked because it disguised structural domination as biological destiny. That's why it still echoes.
So you're saying before this, it didn't exist?
Correct. Before colonialism, white as a racial identity didn't exist, not in the way we understand it now.